my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Caro Herrera, and today I'm going to be talking about the English classic Persuasion. I shall be talking about the book, which was written by Jane Austen and published in 1817, 6 months after the author's death, and its movie adaptation from 2007, starring Sally Hawkins, Rupert Penry-Jones, Tobias Menzies, Alice Crouch, and more. Before I begin though, let me just say that this will be a video with mild spoilers, so beware. I can't remember when was the first time that I became aware of Persuasion, but it must have been during my teenage years because I had seen other adaptations of Jane Austen's works when I was a kid, and I started becoming a bibliophile and a lover of classics around 14, so I must have wanted to get my hands on as many of Austen's works as possible. So that's one of the reasons why I may have discovered Persuasion through the book, or maybe I first heard of it because of the movie adaptation, since I love watching BBC period dramas. But yeah, I mean, like, Jane Austen's works are like the introduction into English classics whenever you're first discovering them. I haven't read all of Austen's works. I only care for Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, North Gravy, and Persuasion, in that order. And I remember that when I first watched the adaptation, I liked it, and I bought the book, but I'm sure that I didn't really understood it all. Not only because when I was a teenager, since English isn't my first language, it must have been difficult for me to grasp the language. And also because it's a very mature work, the most mature of Austen works in my opinion. So I probably didn't understand everything the characters were going through. But yeah, over the years, I've only watched the adaptation like 5 times, and I've read the book 2 times in my whole life. And I knew that one day I would review it for this channel. But what made me finally sit down and do so was that my best friend from childhood had recommended me Pastel and Books review on Austen's works. Watching that made me want to re-enter Austen's world. So I've been rereading her novels. This is the story of Anne Elliot and Captain Wentworth. When the novel begins, she is 27, the daughter of a baronet, and while she is pretty and clever and sensible, no one in her vain family cares much for her. When Anne was around 19, she met and fell in love with Frederick Wentworth, but because he had no riches or influences, he was considered to be beneath her, and so she ends up rejecting his marriage proposal after her godmother persuades her it wouldn't be a suitable match for her. So Anne and Frederick part ways, but what happens when, after 8 years, the two finally meet again? Frederick is now a wealthy captain, and Anne is still unmarried, but it's clear when their reunion happens that he still hasn't forgiven her. We thus follow their story as they are forced to interact again and again due to their acquaintances. At some point, they both meet other people who want to marry them. So will they be able to forgive and forget, or is their love for each other still beating strong? I give both the book and the movie a 4 out of 5 stars review and highly recommend them to any English classics lovers out there. Must confess though that while I did enjoy the book, I prefer to watch the movie. And I mean, it's quite a short novel, so I read it in like 3 days. And what I enjoyed most about Persuasion is the love story between Captain Wentworth and Anne Elliot, how it evolves, how they grow as people. And I mean, yes, they don't really say that much to each other. They're always holding back their emotions, very stiff upper lip dilemma. And yet, all of those things unsaid, the tension between them, it's just exquisite. And it's a very mature work, as I said before. And now that I'm older and I can identify with Anne way more, so it was interesting to read the book again. First when I was a teenager, and now when I'm in my late 20s. But yeah, this is Jane Austen we're talking about, so of course her writing style is lovely. It's witty, it flows, it shows so well the restrictions placed on women back in the Regency era. And as to the adaptation, I really enjoyed it. I think that the actors did a phenomenal job. I like the looks of it, like a lot of grace and some bleakness to the spirit of it. And there have been other adaptations made of Persuasion. One of them is with Kieran Hines, and I do want to watch it one day. And I don't know if I really like it. I may review it in the future. For the moment though, I believe that this is all I have to say about Persuasion. Thank you so much for watching my review of it. Please let me know if you enjoyed it or not, as well as what are your own thoughts regarding the book, the adaptation, Jane Austen, anything that's relevant. In the description box below you can find a link to the book's Goodreads page and a link to the film's IMDb page. And well, I'm Caro Herrera, the Mental Traveler, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'll be seeing you soon. Take care and goodbye.